Allah, Lahayinawa, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yabahashim, Hawawat, Wakakurash, Barakathum, the water of Bible Bar, Warquam Yasharala. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I say to you, Shalom. Today we're going to get into this lesson. It's about this she's a former Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, I think that's her name. She left the Democratic Party because of all the corruption and all the lies and whatnot. And she basically speaking out on the leaders, and basically telling the truth about what's really going on. So let's get into this video real quick, and then we're going to bring out some scriptures. All right.
Someone who was mentioned in those videos is Tulsi Gabbard, and she joins us now. What happened to AOC? And do you see that same kind of heat on the street when you go out and about the Ukraine war?
I don't know what happened to her or what she believes in, but I hope everyone was paying attention to what those two young men were saying and paying attention to the pain and the anguish and the fear and the concern that they were expressing to their representative in Congress. The fact that she was so dismissive of them points to the bigger problem in Washington. One of the main reasons why I left this Democratic Party of today is because they have become the party of war hawks. We are literally sitting on the precipice of nuclear disaster. You hear these young men saying, nothing else matters if we are all destroyed in a nuclear war that President Biden and the Democratic leaders in Congress have led us into, and they are completely failing in their responsibility. The president's foremost responsibility to keep us safe, to keep us free.
Are there any Democrats that come to mind right now that are asking tough questions about the war in Ukraine?
Not a single.
Let me get some scripture. See that? She said it pretty much. They want a war. They just don't want to start the war, so they can pin Putin as the bad guy for starting the war. Look, world. He the one starting the war. It's not us, it's him. That's all the United States does. That's all Esau does. This man plays the blame game all day. Now, let's get some scriptures. Now, why is this being allowed to happen? Number one, because of Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? They run it. Edomites, Amalekites, fake Jews. Now let's get Psalms chapter 58, verse 2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. That's Esau, because he's been given the earth, punish us. But he's about to punish himself. This fool don't even know it yet. Let's get Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. That's everybody up in the White House and beyond, some of these governors' mansions, some of these mayors, politicians. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for so is iron rusted, so is his wickedness. This man will never do good because he was not programmed to do good. He was programmed to do wickedness. Now, if there's such thing as free will, which there is not, but if there is such thing as free will, stop lying, stop murdering, stop stealing. You can't, because you were created to do those things. Sirach chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You got corrupt presidents and corrupt leaders and governors and mayors. The people gonna be corrupt. That's basically what that scripture is boiling down to. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. Destroyed the military, destroyed people's confidence in this lying-ass government, which that was just gonna be a matter of time anyway. How long can you just ignore the elephant in the room? Go back to Sirach chapter 10, verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You cannot trust these Edomites, especially these powerful people in powerful positions with money and influence. You know, you can't trust them because they're not programmed to do righteous. Job chapter 15, verse 35, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, in their belly prepareth deceit. Let's let this video play a little more.
I think mostly those questions come from the right. Well, what happened
Not
on
a
the
single
left?
one. And Jesse, if you'll remember that $40 billion funding package that went to Ukraine, the very big one in the beginning, there have obviously been many since, but in that one, there was not a single Democrat in the House or the Senate that voted against it. Not a single one. I believe there was a total of 66 Republicans in the House and the Senate.
66, spiritual number, that the spirit of the wicked. And it's the reason probably was because they wasn't allowed to vote against it. Just like a lot of people don't realize, you know, especially in the churches, that these people don't speak the truth because they're not allowed to, especially if they've taken that covenant with Esau, aka the 501c3 tax charter, which states that you can keep all your tithes, all the money you collect. In exchange, you cannot tell the people the truth. You don't believe me? Look it up. 501c3. That's why these churches refuse to tell you the truth. But they will lie all day and entertain bullshit all day. John, hold up. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know what you're doing, man. You know why? Because the Bible told us what you was going to do. Therefore, we telling you what you're going to do. In exchange, you're going to lie and say you ain't going to do it, but you turn around and do it anyway. See, I mean, these people are sad. The fact that they claim they pride themselves on so-called being the most intelligent beings in the galaxy, in the universe, but they can't stop lying. And they can't see past color. That's a base man. And the Lord, he said that these were base men. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, you are all physicians of no value. Let me see if I can find it. It goes some nice scriptures right here. Sirach chapter 12, verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he finds opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Yeah, he get behind them podiums and talk, use the $1 million words to confuse you. And he telling you straight up, he about to mess everybody over. That's what he was created to do. So instead of being surprised all the time, every time Esau shows his true colors, like you naive Black Christians, every time Esau shows his true horns, y'all get all upset and want to march and protest. This is what this man was created to be. This is what this man was created to do. If anything, you should expect it. Sirach chapter 12, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and all shall know that his rust have been altogether been wiped away. Don't be surprised. Expect it. You're setting yourself up to be disappointed every time you believe in this man. You believe in his $1 million lies, his words. This man make up lies and words and phrases, pull him out his ass daily, just to cover his wickedness. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Don't be disappointed. Don't be mad. Expect it. Expect these people to not do right. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child. And that's all. I mean, what do children do? Children lie. Yeah, they base men. These are children of fools.
No Democrats. They have been absolutely silent. So these people are right. Where are the so-called progressives? Where are the peace champions, the AOCs, the Bernies, all the people who claim to be representing this movement? They're absolutely silent, and they are the ones leading us into nuclear war.
The protesters, you don't really see a lot of protesters on the street about the Ukraine situation. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because there are a lot of people in the mainstream media who are using the same parroted pro-war talking points the Democratic Party is using and not doing their job in raising important questions about how our taxpayer dollars are being used and what are the costs and consequences to the American people for these war hawks who are leading us into World War III.
Yep, they leading you into World War III because it was prophesied for them to do so. Let's get Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 9. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, spoil mean to rob. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood and for all that dwell therein. All these nations about to bust at this country, missiles. Right now you got France. They don't want to join. I think they were already part of NATO, but either they're getting out or they're declining membership. Either way, France, President Macron, he wants no parts of NATO because he sees the wickedness. He'll never admit it. But that's the reason why he rejected NATO. And there's going to be a lot of countries that follow because the United States has a history of, what's the word? They got a history of messing over their own allies. Look at right now. They got allies in Europe right now. But what did they do to them when they bombed that pipeline? They put their allies in the cold for this winter. They ain't gonna have no way to heat their homes or anything. That's how the United States do their allies, though. You think they just gonna sit back and take that? Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, they will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's a covetous man. That's Esau. Everything ain't enough. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. He want everybody to follow him like he's a Pied Piper. Follow Esau, you following him to death. You following him into hell, because that's where he going. Check this out. Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. Stranger is the Israelites in this verse. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled. Be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Rumors of wars. What, for the past, what, almost year now? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All this stuff is taking place today. I said, y'all running out of time arguing these Christian lies. No, we're not doing that. If that's what you believe, you roll with it. But while you believing in a false God and a false belief, you better look up Judges chapter 10, verse 13 and 14. While you believe in everything these liars say, matter of fact, let me get it for you. Let me get it. You believe in everything these liars tell you, especially about who the Lord is. But see, this is the mess up thing about Israelites, though. When the Bible says there are stiff-necked people, they are, because you could tell them the truth and they'll call you a liar based on their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You could show it to them verbatim in the book. And these people will still say, well, that's your private and that's your interpretation. No, it's not if we read it to you verbatim, word for word. But see, their emotions and their feelings kick in and they can't accept the truth. That's when that cognitive dissonance goes into overtime. Now let's get the book of Judges. Since you believe all these lies, but you reject the truth. Judges chapter 10, verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation. See, the Lord got a response for that. He's like, okay, bet. Jesus ain't got no chariots. Jesus going into slavery. For some reason, you people cannot process that. That's all right, though. The Lord can show you better than he can tell you.
Spoke recently about something, maybe it had something to do with your move away from the Democratic Party. I want to play some of that for the audience and you can explain.
What happens in our society when we have people in the highest positions of power who deny the existence of objective truth? What happens is then there is no such thing as truth. There is no such thing as reality. Truth becomes whatever the people in power at any given moment want it to be.
Exactly. She hit it on the head. She might be an Israelite. Let me see if I can find a scripture to support that. And there are many. Yeah, they change the truth into lies and the lies into truths. They create their own false realities and say it's the truth. And you people eat it right up. There go one right here. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also shall he cause his craft to prosper in his hand. There's no such thing as global warming. There's no such thing as climate change. There's no such thing as carbon footprinting. There's no such thing as this earth is overpopulated. No. When you get in the airplane and you flying somewhere, you look down. Ain't nothing but open, wide land. And that's in almost in every state, if not the whole planet. So how is the earth depopulated? Overpopulated, Slack. Explain that. Start over this book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause his craft to prosper in his hand. Through these, all he got to do is sign a law. Now you can't do something no more. or you got to pay extra on something just because he signed something into law. And all these are unrighteous decrees. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Go another one. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. But check this out. Hold up, let me see if I can find a few more to support that. Yeah, here go one right here. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Just because this lying ass media tell you something, oh, you can't debate it now. Oh, they said it must be true. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. In this case, the poor man speaking are the prophets. And we telling you that these people are lying to you. But what does Jake do? If the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. They don't want to hear the truth from us. They want to be entertained by Esau's lies. That's just how Esau got them. That's how he got them. I mean, Esau created niggas and bad bitches and thugs and gangsters. The Lord created Israelites. Big difference. Yeah, all of us was in that world at one time, but we came out of that when we found out the truth. Because none of that stuff ain't gonna save you. Your money ain't gonna save you. Your lawyers ain't gonna save you. Your judges, your policemen, your guns. None of that stuff ain't gonna save you. The only thing that's gonna get you out of this is faith. And if you don't start building that faith right now, like yesterday, you're done. You got people out there talking about to follow the law, follow the law. Yeah, the laws are important. You are saved by faith, not by the laws, keeping the laws. Now, by keeping the laws, that shows the Lord your faith, but it ain't gonna save you. The only thing that's gonna save you is your faith. And if you got to start building that foundation like yesterday. Let me read you something real quick. This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith and I have works. Yeah, they believe. Okay, cool. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by my works, if you can receive. Now, as far as Esau, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. This is Luke chapter 8, verse 17. It's the red letter. So this is the Lord Yahushua speaking. For nothing is secret and shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. It's coming out that these leaders ain't nothing but lying ass Edomites and Amalekites that's trying to string you along all the way to the mark of the beast. Especially You Israelites, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, Hispanics. Yeah, they want you because they don't want you to rule over them. But it's not up to them, it's up to the Lord. So they'll be all right. Or not. Here we go. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto him that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. He turned everything upside down. He giving y'all jabs that's taking y'all out, and y'all still taking y'all stupid asses down there getting injections. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. That's what he's trying to do now. He's trying to take us out. So this is his whole logic, his thought process. The Israelites can inherit the planet if there are no more Israelites. See, he don't expect the Lord to intervene whatsoever because he's a carnal man. He doesn't believe in anything he cannot see, hear, or touch. And the Lord did that on purpose to hide himself from the non-believers, especially his enemies, the Edomites and the Amalekites. Now, the reason he did that, so these people can get pumped up with pride, so they think they got it. So that's why they're carrying out this stuff now. They're doing all this wickedness now to get control of the people because they know they're running out of time because the truth is coming out about who the real Israelites are. They're not those Israelis, Jewish. You wish you was us. The only time you hear something from these people when some truth come out. Now with the Kanye situation, they banned him from Twitter. Well, they didn't ban him from Twitter and Instagram. He just can't post nothing. And I think the Chase Bank of Manhattan then banned him too. But you got this bitch called Sarah Silverman, something like that. She doing blackface, and she ain't getting no punishment, no consequences. Nothing happening to her, but she making fun of so-called black people by putting on blackface. Nobody said nothing about it. You know why? Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, the fake Jews, the Amalekites, and she's one of them. Yeah, this is a hypocritical rulership all day. Psalm chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Selah. Let's get the rest of this video.
Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, we have so many of these concerns. This issue I was talking about was Title IX, and the fact that the so-called woke leaders of the Democratic Party deny the truth of a biological difference between men and women, which is obviously a huge issue in and of itself. But the underlying—
See that? Now these people going back, now they saying ain't no, it's more than two genders and all this foolishness. I mean, let me get this quick. Everything that the Bible says is, they say it's not, but they make you swear in on the Bible in a courtroom, but they don't follow anything in it. They're going after your kids, trying to turn them out at an early age in elementary school. How is that not wicked? First Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. I mean, these people think they, see, Edomites, they try to outsmart themselves, the Lord, and everybody else. Think tanks been drying up. First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 20. Where's the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the disputer of this world? Have not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? All this non-binary trans talk. Foolishness, confusion. That's why they call it, that's why this place is called Babylon. Confusion. Babel. That's what Babel means, confusion.
Flying one is even more concerning, which is when we have people in power who deny that there is such a thing as truth, then there are no boundaries to how far they will go. The truth becomes whatever they want it to be on any given day. And they have, as you talked about earlier, they have the power of the law and law enforcement entities that they are weaponizing and politicizing against those who refuse to comply with whatever their edict is of the day. And that is a dangerous thing for any democracy.
It's a dangerous road when you look.
Exactly. They can say the truth is anything, just like it's no coincidence that over 100 food processing plants and manufacturing food, over 100 of them burnt down by themselves. You think that's an accident? You think it's a, and then when they claim that over 10,000 cows died, they just laying out there. They took them cows for themselves, probably in them bunkers. Because think about it, you got 10,000 dead cows in a pasture. That's gonna draw vultures. It's gonna draw flies. It's gonna draw all kind of critters to eat the dead flesh. It wasn't none of that around. It's like they claim the same thing with the dead chickens and the sheep, and the list goes on and on. They are stealing this food, harvesting it for themselves. You never heard anything about them burying 10,000 dead cows. No, that's money right there. Real wealth, gold, silver, land, cattle. That's the real wealth in the Bible. They just ain't gonna murder 10,000 cows. You know how much meat that is? They ain't gonna let that go to waste. So they could just lie about anything. That's why they control the media. And the media pushes this sorcery, enchantments. Every time you watch the news and believe it, you are being enchanted. You getting spells put on you if you believe it.
Look back at history where that's been
Exactly.
done. And we did notice a little different hairstyle there, very presidential looking. I'm not should I read into anything?
I was just trying to dress up. It was a fancy event, you know.
All right. There it is. Look at that hair. Look
I'm
at the
glad
look.
you noticed.
I do notice. I notice everything. You'd be very proud. Thank you very much, Tulsi Gabbard.
Thanks. It's great to see you.
Hey, Sean.
All right, that's it. All right, we can come out of here. Yeah, man. Now you got Edomites telling on Edomites. I don't know if she's an Edomite because she got kind of a righteous spirit about herself. She might be a confusion of face, speckled bird, you know. But she did tell the truth and she wasn't scared. So, you know, I like the scripture say, he did not give us the spirit of fear. That's why we don't care. Who gets offended about the truth? You should be tired of being lied to anyway. If you're not, you just that stupid. That's a testament to how far Esau has dumbed you down. If all this truth coming out and you ain't mad, that says a lot about how far Esau done dumbed you down. I seen a bumper sticker a couple of years ago. It said that if you ain't mad, you ain't paying attention. And that's true. Because a lot of these, especially Jake and Eve, they walking around here not paying attention, unaware of anything, of everything. I mean, they are just unaware of what's going on. Long as they can twerk some, get the bag and drive their Hellcat, they good. Low level Jakes, low level. You're running out of time, Jake and Eve. I doubt if Eve come around because she got too much power. Esau done granted her too much power in his kingdom. But, you know, we still got a few sisters out there that woke up and came to the light. So that's cool, you know. Everybody's in their lot right now. Let me get a couple more scriptures, then we can close. Psalm chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They increase in riches. All day, that's these Edomites. Psalm chapter 52, verse 3. Well, no. Let's go to Psalm chapter 73, verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Job chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Unrighteous decrees, man. Well, she was just talking about all this unrighteous stuff that they just writing in the law now. All of a sudden, it's just supposed to be cool. No, just because they didn't wrote it on a piece of paper don't mean it's righteous. Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That goes for all these Edomites and Amalekites that's in power, making all these wrong decisions, basically destroying this country from within, right in front of you. But you're too dumbed down. Esau got you in a trick bag, but the Lord has him in a trick bag, and you. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Esau know his time running out of rulership. That's why he making all these crazy, dumb, stupid, wrong decisions. Time running out for him. Time running out for y'all too. So like I said in a couple videos back, y'all need to get off that dumb shit. Come out them churches, give Esau back his cheese and rice. If not, you going down with Esau. I think that's all I got. Let's just go through one more time. Let's get these right here. And across some. Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chamber by wrong, that uses his neighbor's service without wages and giveth him not for his work. That's all America does. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 7. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. And when you got all the judges and courthouse and Congress and legislature and the executive branch and judicial branch just at your fingertips, yeah, you can make anything happen. You can call anything a lie. You can call anything the truth. Ain't nobody gonna dispute it because they're not allowed to. So yeah, this is a wicked rulership. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 10. The soul of the wicked desire of evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. This man, he just mess over everybody and then think people just supposed to forget about it. Let it go. That was so long time. That was so long ago. No, that was yesterday, homie. Psalm chapter 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, America. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Talking about the mother nations and the Israelites. We're going to be happy when we get payback revenge. These other nations going to be happy when they get payback revenge on America. Sirach chapter 14, verse 8. An envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. See, Esau ain't man enough to tell you to your face that he hates you. So he gonna come with lies. He gonna come crouching as a lion, all humble. He gonna use them big ass $1 million words. At the same time, he plotting on how to take you out. Verse 9, the covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Like I said, everything ain't enough for Esau, which is insanity. Here you go. This is right here. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed saying of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Surely you're turning up things upside down. That's all Esau does. He lies. That's what he was born to do. That's what he's created to do, to be the liar. This is the spirit right here. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart. 7 mean completion. He is completely wicked. Verse 28. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Self-explanatory right there. If this man lies to you, he hates you. Let's see, I think that's it. The Psalm chapter 7, verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and have conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. This man is like Mitsuplik. He just like Loki. He just a sorcerer. You can't believe nothing about these people, these Edomites. That's our empower. You can't. Job chapter 15, verse 34, for the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bride. Nuclear fire. And we can get this one, we can close. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So all these lies they made up, that they so proud of, paying homage to Robert E. Lee, Christopher Columbus, all these mass murderers. Yeah, that glory is turned into shame, and all this bloody history of America is coming out that they were so proud of. They lied about. They switched the words around. Talking about Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, Christopher Columbus committed genocide. How you gonna discover what somebody already live at? It's like me setting up shop in your backyard. You already stay there. These people just lie to make themselves look good. But now they played out and everybody on to them. Now they playing the victim card again, like the elders say, especially the fake Jews. They're professional victims. But that don't matter to us. We still gonna call your judgment out. We still gonna reveal who you are. We still gonna read you your charges. We're gonna read you your rights with this Bible. And guess who's gonna execute your sentence? How about Shimmy Hawashai? You'll be all right though. Or not, don't matter to us. We don't need you to be happy or anything. All we need is your obedience in the kingdom. And if you don't give it to us, we're gonna take it. Fake Jews, Edomites, we don't care no more. We'd rather have death than to stay here. Allah Imlal, Hayana, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malakia by Hashem, Harawat, Kakurash, Rakathum, the Wada Baba Bawa, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.